can check on that download then.
What is it? I want to see. I want to see this download, brother.
Oh.
It's done?
Yeah, it finished 10 minutes ago.
Okay, we're playing now.
No, I'm gonna finish my drawing.
God
I
damn it,
thought it
Brandon,
was 10 gigs. It's saying now that it was only 4.5 gigs.
Damn it, Brandon, we're playing. Let's play.
No, I'm finishing my gosh darn doodle.
Brandon, damn it, you finished. You did your job. You got the guy jacked off.
No, I have to draw this guy spinning around on the chair like from the Lego game, right?
Oh, you're right. I forget every pizza company needs the guy spinning around on a chair.
He's smiling and doing that, and he has to be wearing a freaking hard hat or something. I don't know how to draw hard hats. I'm sorry.
I mean, you kind of did a good job of it.
It looks more like a beanie or something. I don't care. You know what? I don't care no more. And then I need maybe this wall is a bit too bland. We need like fucking nuclear silo type computers.
You know what you should have done instead of him spinning around? You should have had like another guy right next to him in another chair, as if they're racing each other. And then you have like a third guy just like about to go off the rails. He looks like he's on a stool holding a sword and a shield.
I mean, kinda, yeah. I can see that.
I'm gonna go, bitch! I can't believe I bought you the game.
I'm not even gonna play it. Just gonna sit there and draw and ignore me while I play the game by myself.
We done? Refund requested?
I did that once actually.
There was this guy who goes by Lando or something, and I think he was friends with Pyrocynical. I don't know if he still is or not. But back when he was a smaller streamer, I popped in a couple times and I was like, oh my gosh, it was the first time I've ever actually like been a part of a stream. And he was talking about Dying Light, so I was like, oh, I was thinking about getting Dying Light for myself, but I'm just gonna buy this for that guy instead. And I did it because he was talking about playing it on his stream. I was like, well, that was dumb. I didn't feel anything positive for doing that. I never talk to the guy, well, outside of like Twitch chat or whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, I'd rather have that game for myself. So I was like, hey, can I refund that for you? Kind of tunnel funds or whatever. I like sent him
A message
like
about it?
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, sure, it's whatever. And I felt really bad about it, but then I was like, oh, it's whatever. I got my money back, and then I didn't even buy the game. I don't remember what I did it because I only had like 60 or 80 bucks at the time. It was before
I just imagine like before he gets your message, he's just like all excited to himself. It's like, yeah, yes, yes, and then he gets your message, and it's like,
I have no idea. But that was the first, and at this point, the only time I interacted with anyone that like had any sort of following that was like more than 15 people. Because I think he had a few hundred people watching when I was seeing him stream. And I think he had a few thousand subscribers at the time, I don't remember. It was like back in 2016 or something.
so you almost ready? I'm just curious.
Oh, sorry, I have to draw the big buttons for the launching the nuclear missiles and shit. And then I have to draw,
You know what? Now I know what's missing from your factory, damn it! Windows! That's supposed to be a gun.
No.
And what is it?
It's Angry Boy with a clipboard trying to tell this guy to go back to work.
Okay, oh.
That looks more like a hard hat.
It did, but it's hard because it's you have that faded through object in the behind you.
I can do a little bit to fix that. Like, that.
Dun 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 dun
Doing?
I'm just going to the beat of your music. Okay, I don't know how much of a delay or how off I am when doing that.
Fairly.
Like how off am I? Like a second or a note?
Like maybe a second and a half to 2 seconds. Now you're just offbeat. In general.
I'm just off. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Before you start the game, I'm gonna just get ready and myself situated and ready. But don't start until I'm ready, if you don't mind. Okay.
I don't know what to draw here, so I'm just gonna. That's really disproportionate. This is supposed to be an arcade machine. I don't know if I successfully made it look like that, but that's what it's supposed to be. I don't think I need much on the. I could draw lights. That's terrible. Let me draw some more back here. And I could just pretend to shade in the frickin'. I'm actually gonna.
Alright.
It's not doing it. Yeah, this probably isn't what I wanted to do.
What?
That's fine. I could color this if you wanted me to.
I'm good. Nobody.
Okay, so, well, this is the extent of what I have made
What?
so far.
Can you center it, like, horizontalize it? Do you have a habit of drawing it better that way?
Sometimes. I mean, I drew the building straight up down for the most part.
Yeah. First off, okay, there's a few things I'm thinking that look weird about this. Because of the way you have it cut. While I'm pleased you did cut the building, you have it cut to where, like, I don't know what the... Like, I see I'm looking inside the building and all that, but what the... Oh, it's, like, if you scroll down, let's move it down. That little square there at the bottom of it, like, makes it seem like we're missing that whole area and we have no idea what happened in that area.
Yeah, because we cut it.
I know, but you still have the line there signifying, like, as if that's still...
Here,
You remove the...
I will show
I'm
you what belongs there.
I'm just giving you my suggestion on that. It looked good and all that. I'm a little concerned about that dough, though. I'm looking at it and I know I see the need thing, so it makes sense, but like I feel like I'm looking at a pool. Or like a hot tub thing, you know? Do you see what I'm seeing there?
Yeah, I see what you're seeing. Here, I'll fix that.
No, do it later, I'm just making mention piecing of that. I will say that pizza that's on that conveyor belt, that's some thick ass stuffed cheese in that dough.
Actually, I think I know how to fix the pool look. Whoops, I forgot I had the color still.
That looked better. Yeah, that looked good.
And then
So,
I would probably, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't exactly have this line in all places, but, yeah, and then I would go back to, actually, make it darker. Does not look like dirt. It's supposed to be dirt colored. Because when you say like a cut the building kind of thing so we can see what's inside, I meant they literally cut the building.
oh no, I see that you literally cut the building. But
No, I mean the factory literally cut the building, and there's nothing there. Like they removed that section of building for no reason.
Well, then I'm pretty sure the guy who's jacking off is gonna be a little concerned. He should have like a more concerned expression, like what the?
He doesn't care. You think he cares?
I think he cares about his paycheck.
He's the one dishing out paychecks.
So wait, he's the owner, not just, he's the CEO owner?
Yeah. He's like the owner. He's boss man.
He's the DiGiorno man.
That's DiGiorno right there, man. Mr. DiGiorno himself. You should be honored.
See his present fresh in the name.
See him coolman.
It's coming down, don't worry.
Boss man is here to pay us.
Hey man, why do we get paid in cash and no, we don't get a check or anything like that? Boss man don't know how to write checks. Well, I'm always getting tired of this. You tired of getting money? I'm tired of my money being always sticky and stuck together. Down with that, man. Why is the money always stuck together? Why is it always in one? What?
Hot blue. No, nothing.
What you've been through, God only knows what you're going through. God only knows what you're facing. God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what is changed about you. God only knows what is there to. God only knows. Now that's what the fucking is. That's what it is about Lord of the Rings. Okay, when I think of medieval and I think of wizard, I think of spells, alright? And I think one of the reasons that they did the movie well enough, just one, not a big aspect, but part of it is that they don't do a big flashy spell that doesn't look unreal. Like, I mean, I imagine they can do conquering and like summoning and all that, for example. But they don't do things like that. They make it look very realistic, as if it's not a spell almost in a way. But you know it is. Like him shining a light, just brightening it up, for example. And he doesn't do a lot.
Personally, I feel like the Harry Potter version of spell is very strange.
Too much, you know? You mean?
I feel like it's comical in a way that they say words and use sticks, you know? I don't think in any other sort of fantasy fiction I have ever actually seen anybody other than perhaps a wizard with a staff, maybe, wave anything around or say things to cast spells.
I mean, like, okay, Gandalf doesn't just wave things around. He kind of does it where, like, he slams, you know, to, like, create sparks of it and all that.
Yeah, the only spell we ever see him, like, cast that's traditional like that is the shield.
Like, the shield and that. And, like, other times he'll raise his wand or, like, his staff, you know, as the lighting, because that's where the light is illuminating.
Yeah, he does the light thing in the cavalry scene. He does another thing when he's doing combat on the one human city.
I know he does like a he
forgot
does
what
like
it's
mage hand. He does like mage hand basically.
Dude,
Even when he was
Gandalf should
fighting
have cast Magic Missile at the Eye of Sauron. Just saying.
I feel like he can do summoning though, because I mean he was able to summon like a griffin, wasn't he? I don't mean like summon like ritual summon. Like I mean summon it like call him from long distance and summon, to send message and.
When he whistled for his horse friend.
Well, but I'm more talking about like when he would trap on the tower, he was able to summon a creature to fly away, like at last minute.
No, he didn't summon that.
What happened then?
The eagles came and no, that was a moth, wasn't it? I don't remember. I thought I think in the books it was eagle.
Okay, in the end it was eagle.
I don't remember. The Isengard scene or whatever. I thought it was an eagle in the book.
I know. I thought it was a moth in the tower when he was being rescued in the first one, but in the third one where he like goes and gets Frodo and all that, he's using an eagle.
I know he had a tiny moth in the tower, but I don't know about.
He did. Yeah, he did. And then he had a tiny one, and that's how it's like, yeah, a tiny one. So then, like a few minutes later, after he someone was talking to him, Solomon, he goes and jumps off the tower and lands on a moth, a big moth, and flies away. Now, maybe he didn't summon. Maybe he used the small one and had him when it flew out of. Yeah, he made it bigger.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Well, I mean that's the moment. Like as he was on his hand and he blew it away, and then we don't see what happened or anything. And when he jumped off, he knew it was gonna become bigger. That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
I always thought it was eagle.
I'm pretty sure it was a moth.
And by always, I mean for the past 2 minutes.
But anyways, no, I mean, he doesn't even use a lot of spells. Like, I know he was able to heat up the blade of Aragorn's blade for one moment. And that's when he was Gandalf the White, and he was, being shown for the first time. And they thought he was, Solomon in the forest. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember.
But I mean, he doesn't even do, the spells he does doesn't, it doesn't look mystical or anything. It's very well hidden until...
Well, okay, arguably in Tolkien lore, that's probably because, wizards aren't, actually a real thing in Tolkien's world.
What the hell are they?
An angel, basically.
All I know is that, well, I mean, either way, I mean, you could call it an angel, but with a wizard's name, that's what people call him, whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what a wizard is then in that case. But the point stands is that he is basically an immortal, or that, I don't know, was he once man? I mean, in the lore, he's once a man that cast aside for knowledge and...
No, in Tolkien's mythos, he's
no, in Tolkien... What?
He's a Maiar.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
There's a hierarchy from the god or the gods. I think there's one overall god, and then there are a bunch of smaller gods that were created. Because basically, the whole the Lord of the Rings universe, instead of a big bang, it was the song of their creator, god person, and from the harmonies of the song sprung things like the Maiar and other heavenly beings. And then there was one that decided to be dissonant and out of tune, basically, and that was the guy that Sauron followed, because I think Sauron is on the same level as Saruman and Gandalf, maybe a level higher.
I thought it was the guy who was a necromancer.
No, he's also an immortal being. But he worshipped because Gandalf and Saruman, they were kind of like underlings to a higher tier of angel kind of deal, kind of like an archangel sort of.
Wait. Wasn't there more wizards though than just those two?
There were only 6.
Like, I thought there was like 7. Oh, 6. Okay.
There was Radagast the Brown, Gandalf the Gray, Saruman the White, and then
Someone the black.
3 blue wizards, I think. These are 3 or 2.
I don't know. All I know is that.
And then Saruman cast off his white and became Saruman the Multicolored. Gandalf died and then became Gandalf the White. And the blue wizards. The blue wizards actually went to Middle Earth. I think it was either a couple hundred or a couple thousand years before Gandalf and Saruman came about. Because they come from a different basically dimension, a plane. I think it might be where the elves came from. I'm not 100% though. That could probably be wrong. But like this land where everybody's immortal or whatever, and they were sent down to Middle Earth or over to. Because they'll have missions to fight the followers of Malkar or whatever. And Sauron, I think, was just a follower of Melkor, something. I don't know.
Solomon.
No, Sauron, not Saruman. Sauron. Their names are so similar.
Okay, Solomon, the white, is the wizard.
Yeah.
Sauron, the Dark Lord.
Yeah, I think he was on the same tier. I think he was Maiar as well. Either on the same tier as the wizards or a tier above.
Okay, so wait, here's what I'm getting from a quick look. Gandalf would be assisting the complete range of this foot here.
Former men to interview with the first Middle Earth in the Third Age. Violent, otherwise the Valar. Valar or Valar? I can't see if it's an I or now. And indeed.
You looking at my screen? Are you seeing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Gandalf rides and takes Solomon's place as the White Wizard. Gandalf represents the northern god Odin in the guise of Wanderer. He's been described as an angelic being and as a figure of Christ. Okay. So they name all 3 wizards, and that's all they talk about, but I feel like Servant of Valar.
Okay, wait, are the Maya a tier above Valar, or is the Maya the same tier as the Valar? As the story where Maya... Oh,
here, right here.
Okay. So basically, Maya is the encompassing term for all the beings that are higher up in God's creations.
Solomon was a servant and helper of Alu. And they are
Okay.
Ali? Okay.
Allah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saruman was a master craftsman.
So he learned in the arts of craftsman, mechanic, and metalworking, as seen later in the Third Age. So Gandalf was the servant of Manwë.
Valar,
okay.
not Valar.
Or Vadar, but was a lover of the Garden of Lorien. And so knew much about the dreams of men and elves.
Servant of Yavanna, loved things of nature, both animals and plants. Learned from their Vaya, so they acted in Middle Earth. I think by that, maybe the hierarchy of their masters and stuff, maybe that's just arbitrary.
The first of 3 of the 5 wizards.
So then there were only 2 blue wizards.
Where's the other 2 though?
They're just the 2 blue wizards.
Yeah, but who are the blue wizards?
I don't. Their names were slightly modified in some of the last crap that Tolkien wrote before he died, but I don't remember what they were.
Hold it, wait. Blue Sea. Okay, wait.
Alatar and Payando?
I think so, maybe. I'm trying to double check it quickly.
Yeah.
So, okay, white for Solomon, gray for Gandalf, brown for that, blue sea for Alatar and Payando. Okay. Ala and Paula do not feature in the story, but they are said to travel journey far into the east after arrive in the arrival
After their
in
arrival in
Middle
Middle
Earth.
Earth. Yeah, I know that happened a very long time before the third, before
Yeah.
the events of Lord of the Rings. and the
Yeah,
Hobbit,
yeah.
by
Yeah,
like
yeah,
at least
yeah.
a few hundred years.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've no idea what they did.
Wait. A wizard and a bearer. Oh wait, so Gandalf is the bearer of a ring.
Wizard and the bearer of the Ring of Power. Gandalf has great power. Works boldly by encouraging and persuading. Well, I mean, you can take that one of three ways. Does he ever touch the ring himself? One, I don't remember.
No, he never touches the other ring.
In that case,
But he is
they
a
probably
ring
just
of
mean
bearer.
because he's responsible for the ring, because he's the one who has the whole. Like, he's indirectly the ring bearer, you know?
Okay, wait. The three ring, the magical artifact forged by the elf of
Wait, are they saying the ring of power bearer, or just in general a ring bearer?
a ring bearer of. He's a bearer of a ring.
Oh,
of
of
power.
a ring. Okay, yeah. No, I think.
They're talking about like one of the other rings besides the one ring to rule
Yeah,
all.
the rings that.
Not.
Actually, I don't remember. Was Sauron's ring? Did he make the rest of the rings, or did he only make the Ring of Power, like the ring, the one ring?
They made other ring, and Sauron made one ring in secret to rule all the others.
I think there were. I don't remember for sure, but if I were to guess, I think there were a couple other rings forged outside of the bunch, so that they weren't necessarily affected by Sauron's ring. Because I remember when they in the Hobbit, when he's discussing the stuff about the necromancer or whatever.
Okay, wait here.
With Saruman and I forgot.
Okay, so in the mythology, the three rings are forged by the elves of Egon. After the one ring, they are the most. So after the one ring, these are the most powerful ring of the 20 rings of power.
Yeah.
The three rings were made by the after Sauron had left Egon. So this is these.
Oh
rings,
yeah, I remember Celebrimbor.
Yeah. So these were rings after Sauron had made, and then he goes, and these were free of Sauron's influence, as he did not have a hand in their making. However, they were forged by the Subur, with the arts taught to him by Sauron, thus still bound to the One Ring. Upon perceiving Sauron's intention, the elves hid the three from him. They hid the three ring people from them, and will carry it out to the Middle Earth at the end of the Third Age, after the destruction of the One Ring.
Carried out of Middle Earth or out to?
They were carried out of the Middle Earth at the end of the Third
Yeah,
Age.
yeah.
That would explain why Gandalf left in the Return of the King.
Well, okay,
also.
he didn't
He left
just leave
Middle Earth.
because of that. He left because all of the elves were leaving.
Yeah, and he left as well, and he was one of the ring carriers.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't think the ring was the reason he left.
I'm not saying it's the reason or the only reason, if anything, even then. I'm just stating it is a possible one of the reasons. Regardless. So this is the first ring for Dwarves. So in the Third Age, recognizing Gandalf's true nature as one of the... gave him a ring in age of his labor. This was not revealed until the end of the Lord of the Rings, as Frodo reached the far side to leave the Middle Earth when said, Gandalf now, who openly wears on his ring and the third ring, Nara the Great. So he hasn't bothered wearing the ring until the third, near the end, a ruby ring. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. White Panda. This one should be...
move your... Okay, never mind. Well, I am gonna close down my thingamajig and start playing Satisfactory. That's closed. Okay, there's my mouse.
Wait. Who's this? Is it that wizard that gave him the stuff?
I should probably save this.
This ring, I'm curious.
I can't rename my stream effectively for later on, unless I restart my stream. So I'm gonna restart my stream.